Are we live yet? No, we're not. Oh,
Boom.
are we live yet?
We are live.
Oh my God, we're live. Yes.
Oh my gosh. David.
What's up, man?
What's going on, brother?
Happy New Year.
What? It's
Yeah.
the new year,
Right?
2021.
Right.
I'm so stoked.
I mean, it's friggin' 12 days into it, but at least it's the new year, man.
Yeah.
It's New Year.
Not 2020.
I am excited. We have one hell of a show tonight.
It's a heavy hitter. I'm super stoked. I'm trying to figure out how I can go get a watch party on here because it's going to be that good. So,
Yep. Refresh that thing. Do what you got to do. Look who's already with us. My boy, Big Earn. What up, Big Earn? What's going on?
Good to see you, dude.
Man, so we hope everybody's been doing well out there. Happy New Year. Happy 2021. That double 20 year is behind us. We don't have to worry about that damn thing anymore. And we can move it. Thank you. You've been growing a nice beard as well there, Big Earn. I've been seeing you out there. I see what you're doing. So, hey, check it out. If you're watching right now, please do a watch party. Please do a watch party right now. Send out a watch party. Let everybody know, everybody who's everybody. DJ Chris, what's up, man? Good to see you tonight. Let everybody you know that it works in the wedding and event industry that they need to be on tonight's show because we got some heat for y'all tonight. We got all kinds of great stuff going on tonight. We are going to have a great time. We're not even going to talk about the weeks that we've had because it doesn't matter. What matters is this show tonight, and what matters is what's going on right now.
Let's go.
Let's just do our typical toast. We're not even going to do the rest of that stuff. Everybody drop a comment in the comment section. Let us know you're there. Let us know who you are. We want to shout you out.
Grab your drinks.
You can also see at the bottom there. You can see the bottom. We're giving away tonight, man. We got all kinds of giveaways. Well, not all kinds, but we got a few giveaways tonight. So if you want to enter in our giveaway tonight, you got two ways of doing that. You can either scan the QR code that's up in the top right-hand corner above Nick there. Nick, you want to point to that right above you up there?
There we go.
There it is. Scan that QR code, or just text the number that's at the bottom of the screen there. And all we need you to do is just send us your name, whatever your name is. Just put your name in, and that will enter you in for our giveaways tonight. Lincoln, what's up, man? What's up, Lincoln? Good to see you again. This is our Hawaii connection right here, Lincoln. Good to see you, brother.
He's doing cool stuff, for real.
Excuse me. Goodness, I've been talking so much today that who knows if I'm going to even keep my voice.
It's been a marathon of a day.
This is between this being like the fourth, I think, podcast we've done today, plus being on Clubhouse all day, which, by the way, if you're not on Clubhouse yet, you need to be on Clubhouse. If you don't know what Clubhouse is, that's a problem within itself. You know what I'm saying? So definitely get out there and find out about that.
What's up, Doug?
Doug, what's happening, brother? Which, by the way, speaking of Clubhouse, we are going to be doing our first ever Clubhouse after show tonight on Clubhouse after this show.
Heck yeah.
And we're going to have our guests that are with us tonight. They're going to be joining us. We'll do a little bit more of a deep dive into any questions that you guys might have. This is going to be an opportunity for you to talk one-on-one with any of us, with any of our guests that are going to be in there with us. Big Earn, man, he's up in the Clubhouse with us all the time, so I know you'll see him on the show with us tonight. Lincoln said he texted in. Yep, I see it coming in. I see Big Earn texted in. Hey, once again, if you want to be entered to win on the drawing tonight, just go ahead and text the number scanning across the bottom of the screen, or you can just scan the QR code right above Nick's head there, and you'll be able to enter to win our giveaways that we'll be doing a little bit later on. Not right away, but a little bit later on we'll be doing those. So let's see.
Clubhouse,
Frank Smith says, let's go Clubhouse.
It's amazing. It really is pretty cool.
My boy Gabriel, who's going to be on with us a little bit later.
He's a legend. He's a Clubhouse legend.
Me and him are trying to tag team the world out there in Clubhouse and spread the love and really be champions for this industry. And I love being able to do that with him. So good times. We'll talk about that in a little bit as well. All right. So we ready to get into our first guest?
Let's do it.
Might as well do it. All right, so our first guest tonight, one of our sponsors. You guys are a lot of you guys are probably hold on. Big Earn said he feels like chopped liver. All right, so let me address that. Big Earn is on Clubhouse with us all the time too, and I did not mean to overlook you, brother. I love you.
I see him on there.
Yes,
I see him putting in that work.
I love you like you're my brother from another's mother's mother, and by no means did I mean to forget you, but I promise you, I love you so much.
I'm looking at you, Big Earn.
Oh, we love you. Hey, Big Earn, I'm looking right at you. All right, I gotta quit being stupid.
All right, let's go.
We haven't even tapped into the reason why I'm so excited about our guest being here with us tonight. So wait till that happens. All right, so our sponsor, you guys know him, you guys love him, you guys Always love seeing him on the show with us tonight. And we have yet another feature that we're going to showcase on Request Now. Matt, you there, bud?
Yo, what's up? Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being on, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah. So what's Clubhouse?
Clubhouse.
I'm just kidding.
I was about to say.
I'm about to get booted off the show.
I seriously was about to go into this big dissertation about what Clubhouse was, and I'm like, wait a minute, you're already on Clubhouse, man. You know.
No, it's pretty cool. I've been on for just like 5 days, and honestly, we've met some new customers, just like networking with people. I'd say it's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually adding some people right now that are adding me on Clubhouse as we're talking. So if you're on Clubhouse, add me, add all of us on Clubhouse. Let's all connect. Let's make sure that we all connect on Clubhouse tonight, because we're going to be doing the big after show, and I'm going to be talking about it probably a lot, because we want to make sure that you guys are on there. So let's see. Oh yeah, good question, Chris. What do we put in the body of the text? Just put your name. That's fine. Yeah. Just put your name. All right, just put your name in, and that way we know it's you, and that way we know if you're one of our winners tonight that we can get you your prize. And then the Mind Traveler says test, and it apparently worked. Good job. Thanks a lot. Yep. Hey, don't forget to drop your comments. Don't forget to let us know who you are, where you are. This is one of our guests tonight, Mickey Mike Beal. What's up?
Wow.
All right. So Matt, you got a new feature to share with us?
So a new feature in beta. So it's pretty close to being finished. So yeah, let me share my screen real quick.
While you do that, I want to say hello to my boy DJ Natural Aura. And I'll tell you right now, man, I've been seeing him all over. He jumped on with us earlier today too. Yeah, so that was really cool. That was really cool. James says Request Now is the best.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he won the emoji challenge. Remember him?
Oh yeah. I do remember that. Yeah. I do remember that.
We got to do that again, honestly.
We should.
We got another request now.
You know what? I don't have it connected, but if I had it connected, we'd do it tonight.
I would do a quick one, yeah.
We'll do it another night. All right, so here we go.
Yeah, so in terms of updates, so last week I went on Crate Hackers with Mike, actually, so it was cool to hang with them, and I did a demo. So that video is on their YouTube, and it's on our YouTube, I believe. So if anyone wants to check out that webinar, we had some customers on there, like Frank, who I think is on right now. He was giving some tips and stuff. But in terms of new features for us, so just a quick recap if anyone is new. So Request Now is a system for DJs to basically communicate and market themselves to their guests. So you get your own phone number and an area code, and you get a QR code, and you can send things like song requests, and you can send messages, and this is the interface for it. So if anyone wants to get a free t-shirt, we're going to do a raffle at the end. So you just need to text that number. Do you want to put the QR code back on?
I can. I just was taking it down just so that we could get a full view of your screen.
Well, anyway, so you can send your song request to this view. But anyway, so wow, that's quite the compliment. Yeah, I think it could work with Clubhouse as kind of like a follow-up tool. But anyway, so the new feature is, in addition to sending song requests, a lot of people have said, hey, like, why can't we send in photos? So we've been working on this tool. It is in beta, but the idea is guests can send photos to the number, and it's going to be a photo wall or like a live slideshow. So we've put together this demo here. So you would need an internet connected device, so that could be a laptop, and then you would also need a projector or a screen. But it's honestly a great way to upcharge your clients, in my opinion. I don't know, David, if that's something you would do, but just kind of the ability to add another package, whether it's bringing. These are actually photos from a wedding I went to.
I was about to say the legend.
Yeah. To answer your question, I'm already selling it, and I don't even have it yet. So yeah, absolutely. I'm already selling it to people, and I don't even have it yet. So
I love it. It looks beautiful. Yeah, I love the
and it's actually great to have like Nick on here, because this is in no way to compete with a photographer like Nick. Like, these are two insane. Like, I don't even think we talked about this, but like, these are two insanely different things. So the idea here is these are kind of those candid, silly photos that you're already taking, because there's going to be a photographer probably, and you're already taking these on your phone. So it's just a way to essentially share them with everyone at the party. So I actually went to this wedding, and the bride sent out links to iCloud and Google Drive to collect all the photos, but it would have been so much easier if she just had a phone number like this where they could just text them in. So that's really the idea. So uses the same request now number. It's nothing new. There's nothing you need to invest in. It's really simple. If you just click the spacebar button, it just makes it full screen. I don't know what that did for the stream, but yeah, it's super simple. And we're going to let you customize this message, and we're going to add some new features. So if you want to test it out, just send us an email or a note on Instagram, and you can give us some feedback.
So Erwan is saying, is it only me, but I can't hear audio? I'm assuming everybody else can hear the audio. In the chat, just say yes or no if you can hear our audio. And if that's the case, Erwan, maybe that's because your speakers are off. I don't know.
Yeah, probably something like that.
Chris says, yeah, no more cameras on the tables. Remember those days? Yeah, absolutely. All right, so we got I can hear. We got a C. Jesus. We got a yes.
Anyway, I know you guys have a packed show, so let's take a few questions, and then I will.
Yeah, I was gonna say here's a question from Doug. Hold on one second. I got to throw this up. Erwin says, "Never mind my bad." I love it. Okay, so we're good to go. Hey, man. Hey, no problem, man. We want to make sure you can hear everything that's going on. Okay, let's go back to this question here. So, can you preview the photos before they hit display in case someone sends something inappropriate? This is the best question. And
probably I was hoping we'd get a question about that. Why would you think anyone would send something inappropriate? No, I'm just kidding. No, I think that's definitely something that will happen. So the idea is, and this is something that we actually want feedback on, so it'd be great to have you reach out to us. But basically, we're trying to figure out the best way to do that. So, in my opinion, if you're the DJ, you probably also don't want to like moderate a photo queue. I don't know though how many DJs bring assistants, but it's something I think an assistant should do. I'm actually curious for your take, David, but.
This is going to be one of those nights.
It's going to be one of those nights.
This number is turned off for that reason, so I was worried people might do that. So it's been the same photos, but yeah, I can probably stop screen sharing. But yeah, so David, how would you handle that? Like, would you probably wouldn't want a DJ also review song requests and review photos?
Well, first of all, the idea with this is to do, somewhat of an upsell. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yep.
So when you're upselling it, upsell it with the idea of, having an assistant with you. And this would be a great way, if you think about it, this would be a great way to get somebody out there in the field with you that maybe is interested in working in the industry, but they're not really sure. And you guys know, I mean, anytime you're training anybody, we can only do so much, like, in office or in-house training. Getting people out in the element and actually seeing what's going on and seeing what's happening is the best way to show people, like, hey, this is really what we do. Like, you're living it, you're seeing it, you're breathing it right now, and make sure it's something they really want to do. And then having them there to kind of monitor this kind of stuff for you is a great way to have an inexpensive assistant. You can cover the cost of that through doing an upsell with this. And it could also even just be somebody who doesn't even care about the industry or doesn't want to necessarily, be a DJ or whatever it is that you do, that you have this out with you on. But they just want to make a couple extra bucks. I mean, you don't have to pay them a ton of money.
No, I totally agree. So I think that's how we're going to do it. So we'll basically give you the option to screen them. And then aside from that, I don't think there's a ton more that really needs to go on. I think it's a great upsell because you could basically bring more equipment. So you can probably charge a few $100s, I mean, in my opinion. And it could be for someone who has a photo booth, but like also wants this. I think this is so new. We need to see where this will fit. There are products that do this today, so I'm not sure if people are using those. But I think what I like about this is it's going to be connected to the request now number. And I think we've done it in the simplest way. A lot of these tools require like desktop apps, like without like naming them. But this is just a simple link that you throw up there, and I think is pretty clean. So, yeah.
Oh, I think it's amazing.
Simple. I love it.
Yeah.
I love
Sweet.
it.
Well, that's it. And I'll keep this up if you guys want to do the raffle later for the shirt.
Okay, cool.
Definitely.
Thanks, man. And I might have to check in with you for the winner because we kind of ran into a little bit of a struggle last time trying to identify who the winner was. Just
they need to just put their name in. I see some people put their name in. Doug, Chris, Willie, Celebrations, DJ.
And that'll show up on my end whenever.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. All right. Cool. Very good.
All right. Sweet.
Well, if we run into any challenges, we'll deal with it. All right. Hold on. We got one more question. We got one more question here. And guys, if you want to, how are you guys gonna choose?
But yeah, let me just say, if anyone wants to sign up, if you're new to Request Now,
Right.
I just put the website. If you guys could put that up, so anyone who's on this podcast, or I should say webinar, can get 3 events free.
Oh, nice.
I just put that in.
Oh, you put it in the chat?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen it come through yet, but I'll get to it as soon as I see it come through.
Maybe we can address this question.
Yeah, DJ Chris says, how are you going to truly know what's appropriate or not, unless you're going to limit the picks that correlate to that evening or day? I mean, I think it's
up to the DJ, right?
Yeah, it depends. Depends on the client. It depends on and that's a good conversation to have with your client. Hey, do you want us to throw Gabe's nudes up there, or do you not? I mean,
that's an extra fee.
Actually, you could probably make more money by doing that. Are the photos downloadable to be able to deliver to the couple?
Yes, that's a great question. So the second part of this, and I think like David, you've been testing this for a while, is called the Photo Memories product. So that is basically just the photos in an album that, yes, you can send out to everybody. And you can download. I actually forgot the whole like branding part of this, by the way, is that at the end of the event, you can also send them a link to the photo. So it's kind of another opportunity to say like, here's my DJ company, and you can write a little note. So it's kind of just like a final last touch.
All right. I have no idea what the hell this means.
I do not know either.
EXIF.
Now you're getting all
yeah,
you're getting all.
I think what he's saying though is like, can you determine if photos actually were taken that night or something? I mean, I think though, like if I were to go to a corporate event, I think it'd be interesting to go back on your phone and find photos from the office, or like I think it's okay to take photos from not that night too. It could be like a memories thing.
Okay, so I guess he's saying metadata.
We'll have to look at that. That's a good suggestion, actually. Yeah, I'll have to look into that.
And then Chris here is saying, how long does it keep the photos?
Yeah, so we would charge for this service because there would be some cloud hosting. So I'd imagine for like a year, but that's something that we'd be interested in your feedback into how long. I'd say like 1 to 3 years probably.
Let me tell you guys what's super cool is you're literally talking to the owner of the company.
Yes.
And you're literally asking questions to him, and he's writing notes down, and he's saying, whatever you want, let us know.
We're going to cater to you.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen for you.
Love it.
That's so cool. All right. So Chris expanded a little bit more by location, date range, and auto exclude pictures, or to auto exclude pictures. This might be a good side conversation with you.
Yeah, I'll talk
into this.
Chris and I talk a lot, so.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Does anybody else have any less technical questions? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Chris. I think those.
No, they're important questions.
Yeah,
because I mean, this is how
equally
we're
important.
Gonna
Absolutely equally important.
Well, sweet. Okay, I'll see you guys in a bit.
All right, man. Hey, thanks for jumping on with us, Matt. And we will. We hope you can stick around for a little while. But I know you said you had some things going on there. So one more time, guys, and actually, we're just gonna we're gonna just keep talking about this the whole night. So if you haven't done so already, Chris says you need to have lunch with him, Matt. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to scan the QR code up in the top right hand corner or text the number at the bottom and just send your name in. That's all we want. Just send your name in and that'll qualify you. We're not going to make you send us your blood type or anything crazy like we normally do. So don't worry about that. All right. So if you're just joining us or if you haven't been with us for a while, I just want to thank you guys for joining us on Wedding Business Growth tonight.
Thank you.
We have some great guests coming up still tonight. Matt just killed it talking about some new features on Request Now. And maybe it's just been all my time that I've been spending in Clubhouse the last couple of days, but I'm telling you that the unity of community, I don't even know if that's really a cool thing or not, but it sounds cool to me.
Yeah.
Like the unity of community. We don't need your last name, so don't worry about that. All right. I like this. Yeah, one's in the chat for Matt and Request Now. Look at Mike.
Oh, how nice, Mike.
Yeah, so we don't need your last name or anything at all like that. Just your first name. We'll figure out who you are. All right. So if you guys are not familiar with this is kind of a Twitch thing. I think is this a Twitch thing, Matt?
I've never seen it.
Yeah, or Mike V. Is this a Twitch thing? I can see you down there. Shake your head, yes or no, because I think this is a Twitch thing. Yeah. So this is a Twitch thing here. So when they say ones in the chat, it's just throw a bunch of ones and let the person know that you love them and you support them and you're happy about what they're talking about.
Heck yeah.
All right. So again, going back to this whole Clubhouse thing, which, by the way, tonight we're going to be, if you're on Clubhouse, join us tonight for the after show at maybe 9 o'clock or maybe whenever the hell we get done tonight. Or if you're not on Clubhouse, then let us know, and we'll message one of us.
Yes.
Like our names are down here. Message us on Instagram or whatever, and we'll send you an invite. And if we don't have an invite, one of our people here probably have an invite. So here's what I'm trying to get to.
It's iPhone only too, by the way.
Huh?
Clubhouse is iPhone only right now.
Yeah,
just
so
a heads
it's
up.
iPhone only. So if you don't have an iPhone,
I'm sorry.
Step 1, go get a real phone. Step 2, no, I'm just kidding. And then send us a request. All right. Here's what I'm trying to get to. This is what I'm trying to get to. Is Clubhouse is growing so quickly. Everybody is getting together. They're meeting new people. They're being able to make connections with people that they thought they'd never be able to make with each other ever. And they're being able to ask questions and have one-on-one conversations with people. And it's absolutely amazing. And that's kind of what the whole idea of, that's the whole idea of this show as well. Erwin said he needs an invite. So Erwin, send me a message. Send a message on Instagram to
either of us,
either me or Nick, and send us your phone number. We got to text it to you. So send us your phone number, and we'll send it over to you. But here's what I want you to do. I feel like I keep missing the point here right now, and I know that our people that are watching on Facebook are going to be about 15 seconds or so behind everybody else who's watching, a little bit less of a delay. Do me a favor, and in the chat right now, just put your link to your Instagram or your Instagram handle. Sorry, put your Instagram handle, if you would, into the chat. I want to get everybody that joins this show and that watches this show connected with each other. And so, just do us a favor. And put, if you want to, you don't have to, but put your Instagram link in the chat wherever you're watching, whichever platform you're watching on. And we're just going to throw all those up. And when we do us a favor and follow each other, guys. There are so many people that we see coming back over and over again. And we love that you guys are doing that. See Mike Villa already on the ball. Mike Villa, if you guys aren't following Mike Villa, you're missing out on all kinds of education. You're going to find that out tonight. I promise you that. But, this is a great way to connect with people that are doing what you're doing or doing what you want to be doing, and you just kind of haven't figured out all the right pieces to the puzzle yet. And great way to connect with each other. You know what I'm saying? Okay, here we go. So these are coming through. All right. So if you have time, just maybe if you got your phone on you, just take a snapshot of these. We'll try to leave them up there for a minute. But just take a snapshot of these and connect with each other, guys. Seriously. I mean, this is.
Do you want to put my screen on for just 1 second so they can see who's coming in?
Sure.
I know I'm about to head out. But if you still want to do the free T-shirt, if you want the I am wearing, I think this is one of our most popular designs. So we have 10 people so far. So this is what you'd see, by the way, if you use request now at an event. So we have 10 people, so your chances are pretty good.
Yeah,
so don't forget
keep
1 in 10.
In. If you haven't done it yet, all you got to do is text us your name. Text your name to the number that's scrolling across the bottom, or just scan the QR code in the top right-hand corner. And that way you'll be able to enter to win. We got people making song requests. This is hilarious.
Yeah, we should play.
Why do we have people making song requests? I don't know. It's pretty funny to me, though. I don't know. Maybe they're just trying it out.
I don't know. Yeah, you should try it out.
Yeah. Well, that's a good idea. All right, cool.
Okay.
I'll
see you guys later.
All right, cool.
Thanks,
all right,
Matt.
Thanks a lot for joining us, Matt.
Yeah,
we'll see you in a little bit, hopefully. All right, cool. All right, so next up, we are going to bring my good buddy, my good brother, Luke Renchan from the Rhode Island Coalition of Wedding and Events Professionals. You guys have seen him on previous shows, and we just wanted to bring Luke on and have him give us an update on what's going on. Is RICWEP, is that a thing? Do you guys call it that?
Yeah.
RICWEP, I love it. So let us know what's going on, bud.
Sure. Well, before I do that, I have to say Request Now has been awesome. We've been enjoying it. I got to tell you, we used it for a wedding the other day. Oh, I would say the other day, a couple months ago, and we did the shoe game with it. So instead of us coming up with the questions, people actually sent in their conversations with the QR code that we had on the tables. And they sent in their own questions, like, who wears the pants in the relationship? And they got really funky and it was really cool. And they kept going, and you could see all the people from the tables getting into it. So definitely something that we used that was different from what it was really made for. And again, there's some multi-platform uses out of it. So again, something to think about if you're doing some of those activities, especially if you don't have dancing happening at your events. Use a QR code. You can use those for games and activities, or even again with that shoe game that we used for that. So,
man, that's really awesome feedback.
You guys, man, I'm telling you, this is such a great community. Thank you for sharing that, Luke.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Seriously.
Of course. Well, I said, I heard Matt talking, and I'm like, yeah, I got to throw this in there because he, when I brought it up to him and asked him, said, could we do this? And he's like, yeah, I don't see why not. And he's great, and he'll talk to you. I mean, I spoke with him on tweaking things. I mean, he is such a down to earth guy, and he really wants you to succeed. So definitely something worth exploring. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So what's going on in RICWEP, as you said, Rhode Island Coalition of Wedding and Event Professionals? Well, we're fighting a lot of us are struggling. The numbers as regards to COVID aren't looking good right now for a lot of us across the country. So we are here in Rhode Island fighting to come up with a program, which we've devised a program to work so we can be able to implement safety at events. And for those, just to kind of give you a brief update for those that were not on the last update, we basically are doing testing at events. So we actually have our first pilot program. We're finally, the pilot program's in place 2 weeks from today. So literally I'm coming on Tuesday night, and I'll get to talk all about it. But that Tuesday day, we do our first pilot program. We have the Department of Health comes in, they administer the tests. We literally are going to film a training video, and I'll be happy to share this training video with everyone once we get it completed. But the training video will go through the whole process from start to finish on producing a safe wedding, safe event, and making the consumer confidence for your guests. Because I think the biggest thing is some guests are comfortable coming, others don't want to be there because they're afraid of catching something or just don't feel safe enough. So the idea for us is to build up consumer confidence, build up the ability to have the capacity to grow up things. Because I can tell you here in Rhode Island right now, we can only do a 15-person event. Our neighbors in Massachusetts are at 10. So we are really tight. So we're trying to make sure that we come up with this plan that'll help build up the consumer confidence, working with the agencies, the government agencies that will say, okay, your plan is awesome. You're going to keep people safe. You're going to keep the plan going, and let's give you some more leeway to do what you need to do. So we're really working on this flexibility. I think the biggest thing is, a lot of us again are finding that in our areas that don't have dancing, which we don't have any dancing, the only dancing is a bride and groom or a couple dance. Beyond that, that's it. There's no dancing. So we're trying to fight for all that. And so right now, in being in the winter, for a lot of us, we're not busy. We're shooting to build that up, to build up that trust, and to get the capacity and the ability to test. So we've been working on another aspect, which is a COVID safety officer. That's another element of our program. And that really is just more of an enforcement at the events, making sure that people are in compliance. I know it sounds like, okay, we got to put the foot down and we got to kind of watch over people. But the idea is we need to get out of this. A lot of people aren't working, or again, there are people that just don't feel comfortable coming to events. So I feel like all of this, that if we come together, we can be able to fight on this. And as a country and nationally as a group for DJs, I think a lot of us can help out in ways to build upon that. I mean, I know different areas have different stipulations. I know Florida is different than Rhode Island, but David and I both spoke and said, even with corporate work, that stuff is quiet. In most markets, there's really no corporate stuff. So if we can start building the trust back up, we can start getting the work back in and the people to feel confident to do events again.
That's a great, honestly, I'm just excited for the fact that we've talked about these ideas, and I know we kind of mentioned it. To see it go into actual practice, though, I am very, very excited for that. And hopefully it'll help remedy some of the things that are going on, because, man, 15 people, a 15-person event is crippling, especially for DJs. So I'm really excited to kind of see and hear how it goes and get some, hear your feedback on what happens, for sure.
Yeah, and to Erwan's point here, would love to work with you, Luke. That's an amazing idea. Wedding professionals could have a certification badge to put on their profile or website to show they went through the training program, which would help getting more couples. And to this point, this is something that Luke and I have been talking about, working on putting together so that we can kind of help expand beyond just Rhode Island with what they're doing.
Yeah, and we, if you want to share our site, ricwep.org, RICWEP.org. That's our website. You can find our plan on there. It says read our plan. What we actually are doing in our area is those that are looking to go forward with our plan, they'll review it. They'll see our different phases. We have different phases. And if you agree with the process of what we do, you fill out the form. There's actually a form after the read our plan. And then your name will get listed on our site as an endorsed business who is COVID compliant to a degree. But we still have some more levels of training, if you will, to enforce that. So I definitely something that, again, if we can do across the board. And again, I know David and I were speaking about this a few weeks ago. We definitely want to see this happen because we know a lot of people are affected by this, from many aspects. And I know a lot of us just want to get back out there and help people celebrate. I mean, I missed that opportunity where we can be out there and help others celebrate. I mean, and people are being denied that, in many places you can't do that. And one of the things we've talked about is if they don't do it and allow it in a professional manner, in a structured manner, people are going to do them at their homes. They're going to do them at private facilities, and they're not going to be policed, if you will. Someone like us who are professionals and the venues that we work at, and all that the planners and all the players involved, we all have the best interests of everyone, as including our staff that are going to be there. Versus somebody, again, that say, hey, I'm going to have an event in my yard for 50 people because I can't go out and have an event. So, we're helping by doing what we're able to do. And we just need to keep fighting. And the more people that do it, I mean, we had some people last meeting who reached out to me from New York. And I know, again, feel free to connect with me. I'm happy to, assist and go through things. We do have a coalition meeting that we do every 2 weeks. So we're happy to bring in some guests if you want to see a little bit about kind of what we do. But let's grow. Let's get the confidence out there. Let's get some training, and let's get forward for 2021.
I love it.
Luke, again, thank you for everything that you're doing across the country for our event industry. I really, really appreciate it.
Well, and just for being a solid leader, and kind of being being somebody that says, hey, if nobody else is going to do it, I'm going to do it. And that's special. And I know you have a group of people that work with you, up there doing that. So, but
I love that you're on the front lines of this for sure. Yeah, it's very much appreciated.
Absolutely. Does anybody have any quick questions for Luke in reference to kind of what we're talking about here, and maybe how how it can help you in your market? If anybody has any questions, feel free to to drop those in there, and we'll try to see if we can get Luke to answer a couple questions for us, and then we're going to bring our next guest on to join us. So, Luke, can you stick around?
I can stick around for a little bit. And I will say, one other thing that's come out of this is, let's say you are now, by doing this, and if you work with your group in your state or your area, you have an opportunity to build relationships and grow again. And I think that is something, that's another aspect that you should be looking at, because now you're working together with photographers, DJs. Maybe the DJs are your competitors. It's all right. There's enough work to go out there. Let's get together. I mean, I have one of the guys in my market, and he's on my task force. I mean, we're working together for the cause and what we want to do. We're all on the same page. So, I mean, DJs working together with DJs, photographers, venues. I mean, there's some really important relationships that you can build with this and going forward and helping one another out with a common goal.
Yeah, and I think it's a testament to the community as well, the event community. So, no, good stuff all around.
So Erwan's asking, are you planning to expand further in New England? I mean, definitely the answer to that question is yes. And I would say, get connected with Luke. Make sure that you are able to reach out to Luke and connect with him and see. I'm going to throw up Luke's. So there's Luke's Instagram information there. And that way, you can reach out to him and connect with him. And that way he can help you kind of, work on the steps that you need to do to kind of get the ball rolling. And the good thing about it is Luke and them and his task force, I mean, they've done Luke Worldwide. I love that. They've done a lot of the heavy lifting. Huh?
I said big earn.
Luke and his group have done a lot of the heavy lifting. So, you know what I mean? Like it's already so much work done for you. It's just a matter of getting on board and being that person in your market that leads the charge and kind of connects some of the other professionals in your market. So awesome. Hey, Luke, thanks a lot, man. We appreciate you being on with us, and stick around for a little bit and hang out with us with our next guest coming on in just a moment. All right.
Perfect. Thanks, David. Thanks, Nick. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
We're going to get you right back in here in just a second. All right. So the topic of tonight's talk: relationships are the new currency. Being yourself is more valuable than you think.
I'm so excited.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is going to be such a good one, man.
Yeah, and these two guys. So I actually met them before you did.
Okay.
Yeah. But these two guys we hung out with in Coachella when we went to Coachella last year.
Dope time.
And man, just full of energy, full of love, full of life. Inspirational
AF.
Yeah. They like to have fun.
Yeah.
They like to drink.
Oh boy.
And there's nothing wrong with that. So they have this drink that they like to do called the peanut butter and jelly. And we decided we were going to go out and in their honor get ourselves some this is the peanut butter.
This is the jelly.
So let's
wait, hold up. We gotta get the glass ready.
Let's go ahead and mix up.
Wait, we mix it?
Yeah.
Is that actually
we're doing it tonight. We're mixing it.
No, I thought you just shoot and then go.
All right, well let's shoot and go.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that too.
Yeah, we gotta do it the right way.
You guys can see we're amateurs at this.
We are amateurs.
All right. So
hopefully I don't spill this.
While you do that, I'm going to go ahead. See, I almost already knocked everything over. While you do that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read their bios because I think it's important for you guys to know who they are beyond what we just said about them. So Gabriel Garzaro is the CEO of Social Vibe Inc. and Entertainment Lighting and Special Effects Company out of Central California. He's a father of two amazing boys, husband of his high school sweetheart of the past 13 years. He's a crazy optimist who loves laughing, Latin music, and most of all, dancing. Gabriel, a financial advisor for 7 years, left a secure six-figure position 7 years ago to pursue his dream of being around music and the rest of his life. Being around music for the rest of his life. His passion and hunger for success has led him to build a family of like-minded DJs and has taken him from a solo op to a multi-op, from barely making it to a multi-six-figure business that has allowed him to share this blessing with others in this industry. All right. Yeah, I see all your comments in there. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks a lot. We are newbies, so we know we are. And then also joining us tonight is Mike Villa. Mike Villa is the COO of the Social Vibe and Premium DJ. He is a husband and father to future DJs, according to his 2-year-old. I'll have to hear more about that. He's a graduate of the Scratch DJ Academy, Los Angeles. Semi-finalist, in my opinion, should have won, of the 2020 DJ of the Year battle. No offense to the one that did win, but hey, I'm biased to Mike Villa. I'm just letting you know. Content creator of the Level Mastermind. Content creator for Crate Hackers, which I know a lot of you guys are probably very familiar with. And and a feature mixer for Direct Music Service, Crate Gang Radio, and Play FM Radio. And he's a co-host of the Crate Hackers podcast. So with all that being said, we're going to bring these guys in here before we go ahead and do our toast. And what's up, guys?
Let's go.
What's up? I'm going to throw some of these.
Yeah, we good.
Let me throw some of these comments up that these guys said. Chris said noobs. It's Bertone time. What's this one?
It should be fifth of Screwball and a splash of juice. So, Rigger, do you mix them up, or you guys know too? You mix them up or no?
Nah. We do a shot and then we chase it with the.
Okay, that's what I thought it was. So it's a shot. It's shot of the Screwball and then
you chase it with. Chase it with that grape.
This is cheers to you guys, man. We love you guys so much.
Absolutely. Peanut butter jelly, peanut butter
Peanut butter jelly, peanut butter
jelly.
jelly. Let's go.
That's awesome, man.
Man, that's
And
so
my
good.
green screen disappeared and it's all
That
hyped.
tastes so good. That didn't even hurt.
That was so
Right.
good.
It's I don't know, man. It took me back to my childhood when I started drinking at 5. You know, so
Mexican problemas.
if you don't know, I'm brown. So yeah, we start drinking early.
I did.
All right, you guys. So, Lord knows what's going to come out of my mouth the rest of the show now, but this should be fun. And I can't even imagine what the after show on Clubhouse is going to
Oh
be
my
after,
goodness.
after we get done here.
Blabbering fools.
Exactly. Well,
I did go back in time, bigger.
all right. So looky here, guys. Normally we would go into all this craziness, but this is what I do know. I know you guys are passionate about what you're doing, where you're from, where you're going. And so instead of us just doing a bunch of stupid, so tell me about this and tell me about that, I really, and Nick, if you're okay with this, Gabriel, I want to just turn the microphone over to you. And then Mike, obviously you guys tag team this thing, drop the love, drop the knowledge.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, babies.
All right, man. Well, here we go. Thank you for the introduction, man. Again, my name is Gabriel Garzaro. I'm the owner and CEO of The Social Vibe. We are based out of Central California. We do dope events, man. We love corporate AV, weddings, Sweet 16s, quinceañeras. We were rocking school events for a long time until, of course, the pandemic. But what can I say about my passion? If you're not in this industry and challenging other DJs with your passion, I'm going to say this the nicest way possible. Get the fuck out of my industry. If you're not in it with a passion for music, for the love of the couple, for the love of the corporate client that you're doing it, please do yourself a favor, do us a favor that are passionate, that are loving what we do. And I understand some of you guys are hustling on the side. Trust me when I say I was a financial advisor for 7 years, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Friday events with my trailer in the parking lot. Yo, boss, I gotta go. Can I go set up? Let's go with my suit, sweating. If you guys know me, I sweat everywhere. So I'm like double suited and going everywhere and doing what I had to do to make this my passion. We're in an industry that creates memories. I mean, look, guys, photographers, I'm not talking smack about any other industry, but photographers take pictures. The memories come afterwards, right? They capture that moment. But who's responsible for that moment to happen? We are. You know, the moments of hands up, the moments of the first dance, the moments of the grand entrance and people having a good time. We're responsible for that. I mean, the event coordinator places the pieces, but who's orchestrating that masterpiece? We are. The master of ceremonies, the DJs. If you can't fathom the fact that your role and your responsibility as a DJ and MC is greater than what you think it is, DM me. We got to get your head on straight, because I'm doing this talk with so much passion because I'm so sick and tired of our industry cheating themselves and just being sharks against each other. The reason why this topic is called relationships is the new currency is because relationships is everywhere. Relationships with yourself, relationships with your significant other, relationships with vendors, and relationships with your quote unquote competition. You have to have a relationship in order to grow yourself. And if you're not creating these relationships, if you're holding everything like a nugget and things of that nature, I did that for so long. And where did it get me? Not very far. When I decided to share my knowledge, to share my passion, to share what I had to share, I had the opportunity to meet up Mike Villa, who was also a successful business owner, a six-figure earner in his business, but our relationship grew for him to become part of the family. When I started sharing my love and my passion, I got guys that shared the exact same thing. So guys, when I tell you relationships are important and that relationship starts with you, we are very egotistical industry. DJs, I was there. I'm still trying to cut that umbilical cord of mother asshole, right? I'm sorry for using the terms that I'm using, but I get so passionate. We are jerks. We're people that think we're better than everybody else when we're not. You know, we have a job to do, and we have to enjoy that job. We have to be passionate, guys. I mean, I don't know how many times I can repeat myself about passion. You have to love what you do. If you're doing it for the money, you're in it for the wrong reason, and that's why you're not growing. When you do it with love, when you do it for the people that you're doing it for, you don't chase the money. The money chases you. You start getting booked out a year in advance. You start getting all these gigs because people understand that you're doing it because you're doing it for them, not for you. Boom.
That's dope.
Preach, brother. Little louder for the people in the back. One time.
That's what's up.
Mike, I'm going to bring you in here because you want to hear a little bit from you, man. I mean, it must be amazing working with this guy every day, man.
Yeah, man, this dude is he's nonstop. It's not an act. It's who he is. Is genuine, and I think that's what, you know, it's just the lifeline, I would say the heartbeat of TSV, of the company. It's people know, bigger and said need a bottle of this energy from Gabe and Salt. Yeah, that's the next pivot. If 2021 has anything to say, we won't have to pivot to that. But no, for real. Like, you have to just live it, breathe it. We were in, speaking of Clubhouse, I know you just can't go anywhere nowadays without hearing about Clubhouse, speaking about Clubhouse. But we were in, Gabriel actually yesterday hosted a room, and it was Be a Diamond in what was it, a field of cubic zirconia.
I checked into it for a little bit. It was
okay, cool. Yeah, thank you for stopping by. And it's about being comfortable with who you are. It's about shining, be true to you. Don't fake anything, because then you get that imposter syndrome. It's just, look, you want to do something that you love. We're blessed. We're DJs. I mean, for the DJs that are on here, I mean, anybody who's working in the events industry, I believe, is blessed to do what they do for a living, because whether it's a planner, whether it's a caterer, a photographer, a DJ, an officiant, whoever it is in the events industry, we get to do something amazing. We're not sitting down at a desk 9 to 5. We're not like on a production line or something like that. This is outside the box. No one goes to high school and, you know, what do you want to do for a living? Or when you're in like 3rd grade, I mean, I thought I was going to be a baseball player, but I ended up being a DJ. But nah, man, it's like, that's not front and center. That's not, society doesn't tell you that that's what you want to be and that's what you should do. So, I mean, I just consider us blessed, man. And when you could go in there and you could be yourself and you could rage. I mean, like how you said it, you know our personalities, our brands. Yeah, we're gonna have, what's up, Noni? We're gonna have a blast. We're gonna rage. We're gonna turn up with you, with our bride or groom, whatever it takes. But I mean, one thing for certain, we're gonna blow the goddamn roof off that party. We're gonna throw a party. We're gonna throw something epic, and we're also gonna be extremely professional in that arena right there as well.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a great comment here from Natural R. The client can smell the energy when you're there. In this for the passion.
They really can. It is palpable. I mean, on client calls or whatever, like I've noticed even firsthand, like when I'm getting amped about a project, when I get excited about the client's work, they can sense that. It's in your voice. It's in how you carry yourself. It's so powerful, guys. It's so powerful. So no, that's awesome.
No, you
have to live it and breathe it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, you guys are right on point. So Mike, man, I've been able to hang out with you and see you DJ, man. I mean, the energy that you bring when you're DJing is amazing. Like, I know in your bio you mentioned that you were the father of a future DJ. I think you said. Tell us a little bit about that. I love that.
Yeah, man, my daughter, my 2-year-old Noelle, she, for those of you who have been on my Twitch, if you've been on my Twitch, you see DJ Noelle, as she calls herself, and because we have our studio set up downstairs and in the office, and she's like, "Oh, Noelle DJ," and she loves it. And she gets up there, she scratches. Last night we were on, we got bigger in here, we got Gabriel, and we were all in the studio, and DJ Noelle got on there, and I just popped that fader for her real quick, and she's scratching on the reins, and she loves it. She gets on the mic, she gets everyone hyped already. She got that TSV blood. She's already like, "Let's go," in the microphone, and she definitely she loves it. So hopefully, you know, she could follow in our footsteps and be blessed to do that for a living as well.
That's hilarious. And if I know I know it was anything like normal, I could see why Big Earn made this comment about not remembering much, because I'm sure there were many drinks to be had at that party. What say you, Gabriel?
No, man, I showed up a little late because you know, I'm working on this mastermind that we're doing for our industry, and so, you know, I have a bunch of stuff in the background. I mean, so many people tell me, oh, like, where are you always at? Like, DJing shouldn't consume so much. But of course, you know, as an entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur, I got like real estate and stuff. But I showed up late thinking, all right, these guys are probably gonna, man, Big Earn was going ham on them margaritas, man.
That's what's up.
And I show up, and he gives me like the last little bit, so I'm like, oh, cool, shotgun it, boom. Oh my, I was like, no wonder you're faded. Like, oh my goodness, I was just like, oh, and I'm not a tequila drinker, so I was just like, it hit me in the chest. Yeah,
tequila will take you to another dimension.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, you get that up in you, you're gonna have some fun for sure. You're gonna have some fun for sure.
Yeah. And I just want to say too, guys, I mean, passion comes in a whole different variety of forms. You don't have to be as hype as I am. You don't have to be as loud to be passionate, right? You just have to love what you do. And this goes across the board, right? You have to build relationships that you connect with. You have to have a connection as friends to become a connection further in business. And so when I talk about passion, I'm talking about just absolutely loving to wake up doing what you want to do, whether you're a photographer, an event coordinator, a venue owner, whatever it is that you are doing. Passion is just waking up and looking forward to doing what you got to do for that business. And so the reason why I got out of the banking industry, and before my mom passed away, that was one of our biggest arguments, is she, you know, a Latina mom wants you to have a secure job, a secure future, and making money for your family. And how are you going to provide, and this and that, and, you know, and leaving a position that I was in, being, you know, 7 years in, busting my butt, doing what I had to do to build that rapport and that client trust and my boss's trust to be at the level that I was, to leave all that, to leave a 401k, to leave a retirement plan, to leave 6 figures on the table to pursue a dream, you know, and not many people can do that. But what drove me to that was that passion. And that's why I talk about, you know, passion so much, is just when I woke up and I was just like, man, I'd rather be talking to brides than to clients about Roth IRAs or, you know, about investments, and just talking numbers all the time, when I can talk about love and passion and what I do and how music can change their life. I mean, that was it, man. That was my epiphany, and the moment that I decided that, you know, I need to do this full time.
Man, that's so awesome to hear. And another thing, like, about passion that I just wanted to touch on quick, because I think it's another just thing that I feel myself, is, I don't know if you guys have felt it or been, I'm sure, but it's the flow state. Like, I feel like that's a huge part of the passion for me, is when you can just get completely lost in your work to a point where you forget about, like, time, like, feels like it stands still and that kind of stuff. Like, I've honestly can say that when I get into a project that I'm super passionate about for video, I know Mike Villa just posted it today, the video I did for the collective, like, that got me fired up. Like, that video was an absolute like flow state, just passion video. And, like, honestly, I remember standing up to like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, that like when I got back home from Cali, and I just like banged that video out, because I was just so passionate about it. And it's like, you enter that flow state, and it's like you just forget about, like, the world just feels euphoric. I don't know else how to explain it. Maybe absolutely. You felt it or can touch on it, but
no, it's absolutely true. I mean, I remember when you sent me the video at like 5 a.m. and say, hey, what do you think about this video? And I'm like, shit, I'm not even awake. You know, I'll watch it because I love you, brother.
That video was crazy.
I'm the same way, man. I can go hours, almost a full day without eating, and my kids have to tell me like,
right,
what are you gonna eat? And I'm just so focused on music because I can binge on YouTube, and that's how I find a lot of my music. Guys, if you guys, I mean, especially people watching on YouTube, you should be on YouTube, like searching music and just like immersing yourself. There's so much out there, and it bugs me when DJs play the exact same thing for cocktail hour. And I've been fortunate enough to have DJs on the staff, so it alleviates some of the stress for me of having to work every weekend. And even with the amount of guys that we do, we're so busy that I do DJ a lot of the weekends. But when I do get to go to the occasional wedding, a lot of the DJs are the same, and just to hear the same repertoire and the same transitions and the same songs that go together, guess what, guys? Yes, that'll make you a good DJ, but it's not going to make you a memorable DJ. It's not going to make you a great, like, outstanding, like, holy shit, he blew my mind because he played this song. How does he know this song from the 70s when this food barely has, like, chest hair or something? You know what I mean? Like, you can blow people's minds by just immersing yourself in the craft. And you don't have to do wide range. Find a genre, and that's my biggest thing is find a genre that you're good at, beat the hell out of it. Mike, he can kill a certain wedding. My topic and my love is Latin weddings. When I can do Spanish, English, and like a tropical vibe, I can tell anybody with a straight face that's where I dominate. That is my heart, soul, blood, tears, is just like, ain't nobody gonna step to me and say, let's battle, because trust me, you're gonna get tired before I do.
That's hilarious, man. I tell you, it's interesting too, because just knowing the energy that comes behind that and knowing the excitement that comes behind that. Luke, I'm going to bring you in for just a second, because you and I probably go further back than any of us on the show at all tonight. And one of the things I distinctly remember about you when we first met each other was just how passionate you were, and about just high energy and excited. And I was like, man, this is just a guy I want to be around. This is way before I knew you, but I was like, this is just a guy I want to be around, because his energy, like I think you said earlier, you used the term palpable, was just like, man, I feel energetic just by being around this guy. And maybe just talk a little bit about where that energy comes from and how you continue to maintain that.
I mean, these guys talk about passion. I think the passion is the biggest thing. I mean, when you go out there and you do an event and you care about every moment, the smallest little things where someone wouldn't even notice, you sit there and you take that extra time to put the passion into it, to caring. And I think those things are all important. I mean, I get butterflies every event I go out there. And I told myself, I said, if I lose that, I'm done. There's nothing left. It's all gone. So you got to care about what you do, and that's the most important thing. I mean, my dad taught me this. My dad was a DJ. He was in a band. He owned a music store. So that's where initially I got my passion. And then I worked at Guitar Center, and I worked at other record stores. Everything was music. But I mean, having a good relationship with your friends and your peers, and I mean, when we met on these DJs conferences, I mean, that's how we connected. But I mean, the energy, I mean, I was watching the clip the other night from that was posted about Raymar, and I was watching the clip from us in our robes with like Salvatierra, and we had our glasses on with the lights, and we were just having a blast. I mean, and I think that is just like, we know how we're amazing at what we do in our craft, and we take the time to listen to people and explore and find out what things are. But at the same time, we like to enjoy ourselves and have fun. I mean, I think the big thing is when you look at the big picture, you got to enjoy what you do. You got to love what you do. You got to have that passion and be around like-minded people that are like you. Having negative people in your life will bring you down. You need positivity, and especially in a world right now where there's a lot of negativity, you really need to stay focused, and we easily can get sidetracked. I got sidetracked. I mean, I lost a few people the last year to COVID. Our friend Ray, I lost another family member. It really can, all of these distractions can take a toll at you. It's good to be around positive people. And if you fall off in some way, shape, or form, get together with that other person, connect, make that connection. And music, I mean, as these guys were talking about music, I mean, I know whether I'm at an event or if I'm working out or if I'm putting on songs that relate to me at that moment in that time, that inspire me and get me pumped up or get me through a moment where I need it. So that's why I love music. I love what I do. I miss the dance floors. I mean, but I tell you, if you're a good entertainer, you'll be creative and you'll do whatever you have to take to make it happen. I mean, doing virtual events, driving back in my van with, speakers outside, going down the street playing music, I've got virtual bingo that's happening. We're doing that right now. Schools are like, hey, we need something to do. Get creative, think outside the box, and be excited about what you do. And the more passion and coming to seeing these types of shows and events that get you fired up, they get you excited. And I don't know, I can go on it forever. But David, you and I mean, I've watched both of us, and I've watched you grow. I mean, together we've from when we first started, I think the amount of focus that we've gotten and knowledge, and I wish what we had when we started back then to the tools and all the things that are available to people now and to DJs. I mean, it just makes it easier to get education, to meet people, to find like-minded individuals like ourselves out there to be strong.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Matt. If people knew us back then, man, they might not be watching this show right now.
No, man.
I'm just kidding. We've all been through some craziness. I wanted to pull this comment up because I love this. How many of you, when you step behind the DJ station, you feel like you are a different person than you are on your daily basis, like happier, and you are more hype? And I think, to Gabriel's point earlier, like if you don't, if you don't feel that way, and not just as a DJ, like we have people that watch the show that are wedding planners, photographers, Nick being a videographer. I mean, if you can't show up and be excited and be able to leave whatever's going on behind during that time while you're there, then you're really doing a disservice to the client. And quite honestly, you're doing a disservice to yourself because you're not putting out the best product you could possibly put out.
For sure.
Yep. And to take it a step further on that, guys, I mean, Luke, you took the words right out of my mouth. I get it all the time, right? My wife even asked me, she's like, well, what's your end game? Like, how long are you going to be a DJ? And I tell her every time, and to anybody who asks me, is just like, I get butterflies every time I go DJ. When I lose those butterflies, I've lost the ability to be vulnerable to the event, right? Then I tell myself, if I don't get butterflies, I'm too cocky, I'm too confident of that gig that I'm not passionate anymore. That passion is gone. And just like David said, somebody had commented, you become a different person, right? Behind the tables. Take it a step further and become that person everyday life. Game changer. When you can become the person you are behind the tables, or behind the camera, or behind the notepad, whatever you're doing, if you become somebody different doing something, be that person in everyday life, and just the amount of doors that will open because you are your true authentic self. People that say, oh, I'm a different person when I'm doing what I love. No, that's the true you. You're not becoming somebody different. You're becoming DJ, whatever. You're becoming photographer, whatever. So be that person in everyday life. COVID wouldn't affect you as much as it did because, look, I've lost friends. I've lost family members to COVID. I've lost really close, like church members to COVID. And guess what? At the end of the day, what am I doing? I'm bringing light to everybody, not by music, but just by saying all of the positive things that person did. And so, to kind of segue, and if I could start dropping nuggets on why we're here, why relationships are the new currency. I don't know if you want to touch on anything else or if I should just start dropping some some dimes.
That's where I definitely want you to go. Right before you do that, though, I do want to say a special appreciation to the Brother Sound DJ for just joining Wedding Business Growth on Facebook. So big shout out to those guys. And if you guys haven't gotten into our Facebook group, please be sure to do that. It's pretty simple to find Wedding Business Growth right there on Facebook. So just wanted to give those guys a shout out for that. Thank you. And go for it, Gabriel. Let's hear those gems, man.
I'm ready.
Come on.
There you go. I saw him
guys.
down that last little bit of Moscato that he got in his glass. So he's about to unleash.
Go.
Look, guys, relationships are the new currency. All right. And what do I mean by that? I mean that the relationships that you build will build your pocketbook. Okay. And the social vibe is a living testament that the relationships became our currency in 2020. And what do I mean by that? I mean authentic relationships with event coordinators, with photographers, with venues, with yourself, with just random businesses. So I can tell you one thing is that I love to eat and I love hamburgers. There's this spot called Mike's Smiling because, look, I eat there maybe 3 times a week. 4 times a week sometimes. Like, they know my order, they know my kids' orders, they know what my wife eats, everything. All right. I don't do it because I tell them, hey, promote my business or give my cards or anything like that. I do it because I love their food. I'm a fat ass, man. I love to eat. Okay. I love hamburgers. I love their sweet potato fries are bomb. Their salad is just so what I'm talking about is I invested my time and energy into that relationship. I tip very well. I don't do it with any type of like, hey, but I leave my cards. And guess what? The servers absolutely love my kids. They love my wife. They love me. And what happens there, right? Now, when they hear people, oh, we're engaged. Oh, hey, we're this. Isn't it? Nah, man, no, brother, basura. But anyway, you know, they hear these triggers, and what happens? Oh, one of our favorite guys, Gabriel, is a DJ. He has a company. Here you go. Here's his card. And I just have a stack of cards there. You know how many stacks of cards businesses have? You're competing against like a wall, the Great Wall of China of cards, right? When you go into businesses, can I drop off my cards? Yeah, leave it right there. But when you create that authentic relationship, they will find the card on the Great Wall of China and they will give it to them. Yes. Right. And so that's what I'm talking about. Authentic relationships. When you build relationships with event coordinators so I'm going to give you a tip, right? In order to approach event coordinators, you have to follow them on Instagram and all social media platforms. If you're not following them, if you don't know what they do, their style, don't go up to them during an event and say, I'd love to work with you. What do I need to do to be in your preferred vendors list? You don't know anything about them. How about you approach them? Hey, I absolutely love what you did at the Windsor. That event was gorgeous. I loved it. I commented, and I just want to let you know that I absolutely love your work. I'm blessed and whatever to be working with you today. If you need anything from me, this is what I have for you to offer. Have something to give instead of to receive, right? So the whole cliche thing of it's better to give than to receive, it works in relationships, guys. What you have to do is you have to give them praise. Who doesn't love getting like a 5-star review or their ego boosted, right? And especially the bougie event coordinators, when you boost their ego, you will boost your income. I can tell you 100%. And what I'm talking about boosting is do it authentically. Try to be their friend. Know what they like. Don't go in thinking a box of chocolate is gonna make them like you when they have a nut allergy, right? What if you take them a bottle of wine and they're a recovering alcoholic? Learn something about them. Don't be a generalist. You have to specialize in something and specialize in getting to know who you want to Date. When you were dating your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, you had to find things that they liked, right? You ain't gonna give your wife or your husband a color pink bracelet and they absolutely hate pink. Pink makes them remember their mom when she used to beat them or something. You know what I mean? Don't be that giver. Give them something you have to learn about them, guys. That's the biggest takeaway that I can give you about relationships is when you're building relationships, it's not going to happen that day. Don't get mad. So many of us give up. They're not referring me. Fool, you've been following them for 2 weeks. You've liked like 6 pictures. What
and
the
never
hell?
commented.
Never commented, never made it a point to like stalk their personal page and see, oh shoot, they have 2 kids. Their kids love Disney. Next time you're working with them, hey, don't do something like creepy, but like, hey, I got you Mickey Mouse cupcakes for your kids. I know that they love Disney. What are they going to say? You know what I mean? One, you've already built that relationship within like Instagram and their DMs, and they know that you're trying to approach them. But when you take it a step further and say, hey, you know what? I talked to the cake maker. So if you know who's making the cake, I talked to the person who made the cake. They actually made 2 special cupcakes for your kids. They're Disney themed. You're going to blow their mind. But you have to build that relationship first. Don't give them cupcakes and be like, here you go. Fool, you put some poison in it or something.
Yeah.
So it takes a while. It's about layering. It's like winter clothes, right? You put on a shirt, a bigger shirt, a jacket, some headphones, whatever, a beanie, and then you have to unmask it. All you're doing is unmasking little by little. You can't expect them to drop the drawers and just be like, oh yeah, you said hello. Take my business. It doesn't work like that, guys. Relationships take time, and it starts with you being engaging with them. You can't expect them to like you when you don't like anything about them.
No, I'm laughing at the comments here, and I mean, to your point, I mean, this works across the board for relationships with anybody, and we've said it a million times on this show, and we'll say it in a million more episodes if we're blessed enough to do that many of them. And it's the old adage that people will do business with people they what? Like and trust. We will say that till the end of the world. Yes. And people are not going to know, like, and trust you in a surface level relationship on social media where all you do is like. That's so true.
I'll tell you, I mean? Yeah, the best relationships I've had are the ones that have been built authentically. Yeah, you do, Mike. Yeah. But the ones that I've built authentically, where it's I don't really, there's no expectation. Like I honestly go in with 0 expectation, and it's like I just genuinely enjoy what you're doing. I enjoy you as a person, and I'm building it from that place. That have been my absolute best relationships, and have actually yielded the most like return for me, honestly. And it's just coming from such an authentic place where I can honestly, stand next to you as a person and say like, I can get with what you're doing for sure.
And when you can be incredibly selfless about it, and you can understand that, we've talked about it before, and it's really something I want to talk about more in future podcasts or future shows, is about this concept of the lifetime value of a customer or just a relationship, the lifetime value of a relationship. And when you understand the importance of that and you understand the value of that, then you start to develop these relationships so much differently, because you realize it's not, to steal the old saying, you should be playing chess, not checkers. You realize that checkers is a short-term game of winning. Chess is a long-term game of winning, but the prize at the end is much bigger when you play that game the right way.
100%.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then the one more tip, and this is something that I teach my guys in Mastermind. So DJs that are trying to elevate their game and maybe make their first 6-figure year or whatever it is. This is something that people actually pay me to tell that I'm going to tell you guys right now. Get a pen and paper. You have to do this. There's an event coordinator at the event. Okay, what do we have at our disposal? You have gaff tape. You maybe have extra lighting. What are you doing at that event, right? You may be doing some uplighting. You may be doing a little bit of draping, whatever it is. Make a list that'll help them. What's going to make their life easier? not harder, not maybe. What do florists need? What do event coordinators need, right? They need have a pen handy. How many times do you have a pen? I lost my pen. Have a pen handy. Have some scissors. Have a screwdriver. And what I do is I give them a list. Hey, my name's Gabriel. I'm going to be the DJ. We're with the Social Vibe. Here's a list of things that I have at my disposal. If you need any of them, let me know. And it's categorized. Tools. I got a ladder. I got a hammer. I got some scissors. I got a screwdriver. I got a knife. I got XYZ. Equipment. I have extra lights. So if I'm doing full room uplighting, if you're selling people on 24 uplights and you have 50 in the warehouse and you're only taking 24, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Take extra, because then you become the superhero when you need to light up a foyer. Oh, it wasn't in the package. I brought 24. I sold them on 24. That's all I got. Bro, really? Like, go the extra mile so people can go the extra mile for you. So give them bigger and said, an emergency checklist. This is what I have at my disposal. Anything you need, you let me know. I'm setting up, but just tap me on the shoulder or call me. My name's Gabriel. I'll get it for you. How many times people have asked me for my ladder? A ton of times. How many people have asked me for scissors? A ton of time. How many times have event coordinators asked me, oh, can you light this up? Not a problem. I have an extra stand. Oh, you need the sign-in table is outside in kind of a dark corner. Yeah, I have an extra, gravity stand in the truck. No problem. Here you go. Boom. No cost to the bride, no cost to anybody. But guess what it's going to give me? It's going to give me a great name. It's going to give them a great taste of my company and what we're all about. And all of my DJs, my production staff is the same way. They know, look, I'm a happy-go-lucky guy. But when you mess with my family and you mess with my funds, it's game over. You're going to get the wrath of Gabriel. And all of my guys understand that. It's just like, look, this is how we make a living. This is how I pay your paycheck. Don't mess it up. So have that in mind, guys. What can you do for them, not what they can do for you?
100%.
That's awesome. And just one point just to add to that. I believe was it Andrea Eppolito we had on the show? She was talking about even just going a little bit above and beyond. One of the DJs that she works with, was helping her light candles at the table because she was so far behind, and she's like, I don't know how I'm going to get this done. Those small little acts of service that are above and beyond the call of duty go so far. And I can tell you firsthand, I'm always at the end of my events, I'm like, yo, how can I help you pack up? It takes me as a videographer about 5 minutes to break down my stuff. And I got the DJ here trying to break down. I got the planner trying to break down the stuff for the couple. And it's like, hey, how can I help you real quick? It's maybe a 15 to 30 minute addition to my time, but that's going to go so far, and that's going to resonate and stick out in their minds so much farther than you could have ever thought.
And I mean, you help me all the time.
All the time.
I mean, I can absolutely tell you that. He helps me. And anytime Nick and I are working together, I'm like,
bro, let me help
man,
you.
I'm getting out of here early tonight because I got my boy here to help me out.
And it goes so far.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I wanted to give a quick shout out to Sal for checking in with me. Thanks, man. I saw your messages. Thank you for checking in. I'll definitely hit you up tomorrow. For you guys that don't know Sal, man, you guys need to make sure you get with Sal. He's helping us with the Wedding Business Growth Summit coming up in 2022. So you guys are going to hear more about that really, really soon. Mike, I'm going to bring you in, man. I don't want you to feel overshadowed here, man, or overlooked, and just kind of maybe share your thoughts as what we've been talking about, man.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's been nothing but heat getting dropped right here. And I want to come up and say, Luke, I heard when you were on, I'm not sure if it was last week or 2 weeks ago. Well, recently when you were on Wedding Business Growth, and that was the first time I'd heard about your coalition. I think that's great stuff, what you're doing up there. And just want to thank you for being a leader in the community. And we need more people like you to stand up. I know David and I often text and we say, we need a new breed. A new breed of DJs is coming. If you're not going to go ahead and hop on that wave, you're going to get left behind. There's no more putting it, I mean, one of the best there was, but everyone knows it's called DJ like AM mode in Serato, where it's hiding your tracks. I mean, I also work for Crate Hackers. You know, we share knowledge. It's all about working together and you know, leveling up the industry as a whole. We're only going to be as strong as our weak link. One of the things I always ask in all the consultations, I run the operations for TSV and have tons of meetings, and always one of the things, what have you been to a wedding recently? Yes, no, whatever. Most likely, yes. You know, if they're getting married, that means their friends have been getting married. So it's like, what's something you liked about a DJ you saw recently, and what's something you did not like? And it's just because, I mean, I'm a DJ, so we're speaking about that. I know right here we have several wedding professionals in here, but you know, it's we're only going to be as strong as, again, like I said, our weakest link. When they're like, oh, this DJ over here, I mean, I love to have a good time, you know us. They're like, oh, this DJ got hammered at my friend's wedding, and at the end couldn't even make announcements. It's like, come on, bruh. Like, there's a time and a place, you know, like, again, we're only as strong. And that's now they're like, why am I going to pay you $4,000 to DJ your wedding? You know, like to DJ my wedding. And I'm like, when there's a chance that you're just going to get passed out drunk at my wedding, because I saw a DJ do that. That's what DJs do now, I guess, apparently. And it's like, no, again, we're only as strong as our, you know, weakest link. So all of us just have to band together, got to raise the industry. But yeah, I just want to thank you, Luke. But wanted just to chop it up on that, but to
I just to add to that point too. Look, guys, we're in the service industry, but you know, don't consider yourself you know, just a DJ. We're in the entertainment industry, and when I say entertainment industry, is treat it like family. And I'm not talking about just DJs. I mean, we're talking about DJs because that's what me and Mike do. But I'm talking about take photographers as family, take event coordinators as family, take, you know, the cake as family. Somebody just said, you know, that they went and got the cake for them. That's kudos. You know what I mean? We just had a recent wedding where they hired a photographer. The photographer was their like cousin. He showed up in like jeans. Mike got all the pictures. He dipped out early. He dipped out before the first dance, before the toast. Like I was texting Mike. I was like, bro, they finished pictures in 10 minutes. Like they had the ceremony, 10 minutes of pictures. I'm like, that's what? We're in cocktail hour. Like it's 10 minutes in. They left. And so what did I do? Hey, when they were doing, I was just taking pictures. I have a iPhone 11 Plus. And so it takes really good photos. All I did was I was snapping pictures. I was taking video, and I just airdropped it to them. And the love and just appreciation for capturing those moments. And you know, I've been around photographers enough to know, oh, they like this angle, or when you're doing it, you gotta, you know, make sure to pan slowly and don't do the big jitters and stuff like that. So guys, you have to extend your hand to help. Just because it's not your job doesn't mean you can't help. And you know, Nick is a videographer. And he does video, and there's photographers. If you can somehow help them hide their bags, don't be the D-bag that's just like, don't put it under my coffin, or what, you know, don't do this. Like, help them find a room. Maybe if you have a facade, like set up a facade, and hey, that's your corner. I have a table there for you. There's a charger.
Take an extra one.
A charger. How many event coordinators, how many wedding planners, how many photographers are out there always looking for a dang charger? If you have a charger and you tell them ahead of time, hey, if your phone dies or if you need juice, I got a battery pack right here. It's all yours. But building those relationships authentically, guys, will grow that amount of revenue that you get, and it happens so organically. You're not even fighting for it. I'm sleeping and I get a text, yo, we booked you for this event.
Yeah. I got one. I got one for you.
I'm sorry, guys. I gotta cut you off for 1 second because I'm laughing at Big Ern right now.
You know, Ern, the funniest part about it is I just got an inquiry like last week for someone to do some OnlyFans content, like no cap, like for real.
Man, that Bigger has me dying right here. Yeah. No. So I want to go ahead and piggyback off of that with talking about organic relationships, building them. I know I love meeting new people. I'm a people person, but we're talking about Nick and videographers. Okay, here we go. Photographers, if you're a DJ out there, and don't be that DJ that, okay, all of a sudden we're talking about cake. Hey, it's time to cut the cake. So, whatever, blah, blah, like, direct you over to the cake cutting table. Was like, you got the videographer scrambling to go ahead and set up their lighting. You got the photographer like, oh shit, I'm in the restroom right now. And I heard this on the microphone. Like, you should absolutely work with everyone there at the event, at the wedding. Let them know, hey, in 10 minutes, we're going to go ahead and cut the cake. And because videographers oftentimes have external lighting. Photographers always want to go. I'm sure you've seen them out there and they're snapping that photo. They're getting the lighting down correctly because they're positioning themselves. So let them know prior to that. I guarantee you that photographer next time is going to be like, hey, are you available on such and such date, whatever. It was an absolute pleasure working with you at whatever wedding. They're not going to they're not going to refer the jerk DJ over there that they're over there eating or something. You get your little vendor meal in the back and, you're seated away from the staff. And then all of a sudden they hear on the microphone, it's time for this, it's time for that. And they're right there with, trying to pick out the damn tri-tip out their mouth. But yeah, that's a big one for me.
Brian.
That's what I said. That's what I said, Brian. I was like, wait a minute.
I know we're all like, hey, where do we fill out an application? Right?
He's siphoning my cash.
Villa living large or Villa living large right here.
That bank account was looking a little low.
It's like going, that green screen kicking in.
Because it's real.
Living like so dope. I'm calling him Villa and Via. Like, I'm just calling him any name I want to, and I can because he's got
Via in my villa. Nah. Yeah, so that's really big. Another one is kind of what you touched on earlier. David, never get comfortable. Always help. Please. If you're there, us at TSV, we're fortunate our DJs don't set up their own gear. So production team already set it up. DJ still arrives about an hour early. And basically that's the time when you get there, you make those connections. You walk up, my first thing, always, where's the event planner? I get there, I see her, how you doing? Big hug, whatever, pre-COVID, whatever it may be. But say what's up. Hey, quick, did you have anything, last minute for me? Any changes, I should be aware of? No. It's like, all right, awesome. Can I help you with anything? I'm like, oh, well, actually, these candles need to be lit or whatever. It's like, where's the lighter? Where's the lighter? I've had weddings, all of a sudden it starts raining and you see them scrambling and it's like, okay, shit, here it goes. Out comes the coat. Let's go. Let's get the stuff. You're in the rain and they 100% are like, wow, you really went out there in the rain and you helped. I'm like, well, why wouldn't I? We're here together. That's what we call them, frienders. We're your friends and your vendors and get to know your frienders. Today, for instance, Big Earn, for those of you who don't know, Big Earn is here visiting TSV. He's down here in Bakersfield with me. So we just got a new, really amazing contract in town. We do a lot of all-inclusive venues. And we got just Big Earn posting that it's just a compound for a wedding venue. It's like something like on Pimp My House or whatever. It's like legit. The owner is awesome. So one of our frienders, she got that contract, and then so she reached out and she's like, I would love to have TSV be part of the all-inclusive. So we're like, absolutely, we'll put something together. But today Big Earn was here and I was like, hey, want to go for a ride? And he's like, yeah, dude, let's get out. Let's see the city. So I text her and I'm like, hey, are you busy? Is it cool to give a tour of Edwards Estate? And so we head out there. I mean, we're probably out there about an hour and a half. It's so big, driving around the property, just touring this amazing space. And then afterwards, it's like, hey, do you have to go home like right now? Or, you have about an hour. And I figured, yeah, it's a wedding venue on steroids. She's like, no, I don't have to be home, anytime soon. It's like, right, well, how about let's go? It's Taco Tuesday, you feel me? Let's go get some tacos and some drinks. And we went out, and I know Ernie can attest. He could chime in maybe in the chat, like how her and I spoke together. It wasn't the typical, like, okay, on the planner, you're the DJ, she's my friend. And it's something through working with each other, we developed that relationship. How Gabriel said it, it's not just like I met you the very first time and hey, you want to go get faded together? It's something that's been organically and naturally curated. Like it's plutonic. She hit me up, I hit her up, and it's like that with other frienders in town, photographers, videographers.
Absolutely.
I had an amazing photographer here in the city yesterday booked me for her wedding. I DJ'd her son's wedding. I DJ'd her father's 70th birthday party. And it's that relationship that's been built. You know how many DJs this top photographer sees on a weekly basis, throughout the year? And what an honor for her to reach out and be like, hey, I want TSV to do my wedding, and I would love if you could be my DJ. That's an absolute honor. And it's because we're friends. You know, I would have never met her if I didn't work in the private event industry. And just meeting her, it's been amazing. And it has to be like that with everyone. And you can't fake it. Kind of, it's see, you can't fake it. It has to really be like genuine, like you really like this person, and they're feeling, they're feeling your style, they're feeling your energy, everything. And that's kind of like
one person too before he dips, because I know he's one of the busiest persons alive, but a guy that I really admire is Brian B, man. If you guys aren't following Brian B and don't know who he is, I met him through the DJ Collective. Didn't know anything about him before. I was just, I was in my bubble, met him, and I absolutely fell in love with his aura, him and as a person. I'm, shameless plug, trying to kiss ass right now, Brian B. No, just like, but
he's like, I ain't out, bro. I really like.
No, but
he's like, I'm not even Brian here. What are you talking about? I didn't even hear you.
Yeah, Brian B is a true testament of how relationships is his currency. This guy travels everywhere because he's built those relationships over time. You know what I mean? And so there's people doing it out there. Ask them how they're doing it. I mean, really, if a DJ or a company is being really just standoffish and really doesn't want to help, that's not who you want to emulate anyway. You know what I mean? It's about communication. Of course, they've built years to build these things that they've done. So don't ask them, give me all the secrets, but just ask them legitimate questions. Hey, how do you do this? Or what's your opinion on XYZ? So you have to build relationships with other DJs too, and with other companies, because, just know that they didn't get there one day to the next. They were like you at one point. Baby steps, baby steps, baby steps, and they're not going to give you, they might not give you the answer that you want, but it's the answer that you need. And it takes time. It's a marathon, guys. It's not a sprint.
And I can add to, I wanted to say about the relationships. I mean, the frienders is definitely key. In fact, one of my videographer friends is actually the godfather of my daughter. That's how close we got. And I mean, it's the relationships that you build, and if you're friends with photographers and videographers and other colleagues, I mean, they're more apt to send you photos if you need some dope photos or some video footage of you guys in action. I mean, and you mentioned about making sure that you connect with each other, saying, all right, the cake's coming up, make sure your shot's ready before I, bring up the couple. One other thing to go out there is, send a timeline the week of, do it the day of, get it a couple days in advance, send it out to the photographer, the videographer, the venue coordinator. Make sure it says, hey, does this seem like everyone's on the same page? That way, if it's not, maybe the photographer's like, no, I got to get these guys out at 6:45 for a sunset. Now you guys can tweak these things beforehand. Or maybe the caterer is like, no, we don't have 2 courses. We got 3 courses. They just added a last course, earlier this week. So now you're trying to figure out the timing of everything. So, these relationships that you're building is key. And by being organized and they seeing you that you're on top of your game, I mean, it's great, or you've got these photographers who want to take some photos and, we're going to do a college shot of all the family. And we're going to stop the middle of the dance floor. find out if they do want to do those shots and do them before you open up the dance floor, you know. So being a good planner, working together as a team, I mean, I can tell you, it's amazing. And you never know. I mean, you might find that person, you know, maybe you need something from them, or you have to run off and they can help you with something. I mean, it's all a team effort. But I mean, the relationships, I sometimes say I see them more than my family, you know, when it's, you know, a busy season. You know I've gone out to spend time with them and settings. I mean, we've gone on sales and you know, it's just get to know these people and they become really close to you. And I can't, you know, with Mike and Gabriel, I can't stress how important that is, and just be organized and be genuine. I think that's the biggest key.
Yep, and I don't want to you know drag this topic out. I think everybody knows how important it is. You know, we as DJs do it, and I see a lot of times when this topic is brought up. You know, a lot of the if you don't know, then you know you shouldn't be. But guess what? Look, if you're not building the relationships that like Brian B has built, like David has built, that TSV has built, that it took time. But if you're not sleeping, if you're not asleep in your nice little, you know, mattress like this, and you get a ding, it's just like, oh, a deposit. Ding. Oh, I got another booking. If you're not asleep and getting that money, getting them deposits in, you're not building the relationships the right way. So don't dismiss the fact that you think you know that relationships are important. You don't know if you don't. If you're not sleeping and getting them deposits made, because you don't even need to talk to the couple to sell yourself when you got people selling you. Come on, y'all. When you got people selling what you do and you ain't even got to show up and show out and sell yourself, that's different type of money, y'all. That's different type of relationship when they are selling for you and they ain't even on payroll.
Gabe, let's jump into our last topic tonight, because I think this is a great segue. Talking about the difference between working and hustling. You know, you can't go on social media anymore without seeing everybody, you know, hashtag something this boss. You know, I'm a hustler. I'm the hashtag CEO. Blah 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 blah. And you know, if you've heard me before, man, I'm not a big proponent of that shit at all, man. I'm like, just roll up your sleeves, put your head down, and go to work. And I know you are too in that regard.
Yeah. So it took me years to realize that I'm still fathoming the actual terminology of work and hustle, right? And so a lot of us, I was there too. We throw out the term, oh, I hustle. I'm a hustler, blah, 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 right? I'm going to take it a little step back. There's a difference between a hustler and a worker. A lot of us are workers, and there's nothing wrong with being a worker, guys. There's nothing wrong. We have to work hard to get what we want and to do what we want to do in life, right? So that's a worker. If you're out there, if you're doing everything for yourself, hey, there's nothing wrong, man. You're a worker. You're a great worker. You know what I mean? But a hustler, think of what the terminology hustler is. When you heard hustle, the first thing I guess, because I grew up in East LA, I was boy highs in the hood. So hustler meant drug dealer, right? And the hustlers weren't the ones that were out on the street. The hustler was the one hustling. Yo, go sell me these rocks. Go sell. So if you take that mentality into business, that's a hustler. When you can step back and be the what do you call the foods that do the little sticks, with the orchestra?
Damn.
The conductor.
Yeah, conductor. A conductor is a hustler. You know how much these fools get paid?
Yeah.
Do you understand how much a conductor gets paid to wave his flipping things when fools are like blowing the trumpet and sweating and doing this and all these fools? Them is the workers. The hustler is the guy making bank just by wearing the suit and doing this. Be the conductor. That's when you become the hustler. And I'm not talking about taking advantage of them. He worked his ass off. He has to learn music. He has to learn, when the crescendos and where everything goes, right? Be the hustler. That's the difference between a hustler and a worker. When you can step back and take a full command of your business and say, yo, I need this, 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 and this. Yeah. That's when you become a hustler. When you can, and a hustler gets in there and grinds too. You know, if stuff is going back, like David said, sometimes you got to roll up your sleeves and be like, this is how you do it. My warehouse manager, I'll give you a great example. Mike was there. He kept getting like mad at me. Gabriel, let me do it. This is my job. We were building racks for the warehouse. And he's like, Gabriel, this is my job. Let me do it. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to get in here because I'm going to prove to you that it's not about me telling you what to do all the time. It's about me showing you, hey, I'm part of this team. I'm part of the family. I didn't build this. I didn't build this just to say, hey, it's your duty, not mine. Nah, you got to be a hustler. And that's that hustle mentality. It's just like you have to orchestrate. You got to learn how to like not dictate, but like give direction and so clear that people know where to move, where to go. You know what I mean? The horse does all the running. The jockey just has to stay small and, you know, guide the horse, baby. That's a hustler. A jockey, you guys know how much a jockey gets paid? And the horse gets like fine grass and stuff, but oh my God, bro. That's a hustler. That hustle mentality is different, y'all. And there's nothing wrong with being a worker, but just know the difference between the two. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that's my expression of a hustler versus a worker. You have to build yourself to be a hustler. Not everybody can do it. And don't throw that term around, or don't throw like entrepreneur, or don't throw like luxury DJ when, please don't get offended. But if all you have is spewy lights, you can't consider yourself a luxury DJ. And I'm saying that with, look, I'm coming from, because we throw out terms, and I did that too. I was just like, I'm a boutique DJ. For years, when I didn't have anything boutique about me, I was just like every other DJ with a stand and two speakers and a light stick behind me. That's it. There was nothing different. What was luxe about me? What was so bougie about me? Nothing. I played the same music, you know? So be a hustler. You got to know the game, and you got to be in the game. You got to live, breathe, and eat what you're doing. Photographers, entertainers, videographers, event coordinators, you got to live in it, and then you'll become a hustler. That's my entrepreneur. I'm sorry, guys, I ramble on. My bad.
I love it.
I love it. That was solid.
Mike, you want to jump in there, Mike, with a little follow up?
Real quick, I just wanted to add to, like, I really like the point that Mike made about the conductor needs to know all of the instruments. And I thought that was really, really powerful, because it's like the same as you're a hustler. You have to know, there's so many things that you have to know and understand that the worker may not know. And dude, that was just so powerful. Just wanted to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, dude, you just exactly that, Nick. How I mean, obviously Gabriel and I, we cut from the same cloth, even from the same area of LA. And it's obviously, this is why, you know, these big areas will, you know, say the forces of nature brought us together. And yeah, it's exactly that. A hustler gets to that position to be able to conduct, because they put in the time and they put in the work. It just doesn't happen overnight. They've gone ahead. They know everything. Gabriel was speaking right now about putting the racks up in the thing, or in the warehouse. When we were all there, it was all hands on deck. It's like those days are, you know, they're few and far between. But sometimes it's like, hey, everybody got to get out today. Everybody has to head to the shop, and we're gonna get shit done. And you know, he's out there going, he knows, rolling up cables. And how would he not? How can he be, you know, the conductor if he's never rolled up a cable before? I mean, you know, if he's never done the over under method, to go ahead, and you have to know everything. You have to be able to know all the different things, because you lived it and you breathed it in the past, and that's what allows you to succeed. Because is someone really going to respect you if you tell them, hey, go do, you know, ABC XYZ, and they're like, mother effer, you don't know what it's like, you've never been there. You know, you earn that respect, and then after you command that respect when you've actually walked in those shoes. And then when you're willing, how you said, to roll up your sleeves, get dirty, and do it again. So
that's a great point. Yeah. Absolutely, great point, man.
I think that was super well said. Between the both of you, I think that was perfect. And I'm working on getting to the hustler. I'm not there yet, but Baby Goat's getting there for sure.
I don't know, man.
Here's a hustler in training.
I'm trying. Hustler in training.
I shared that video today just because I knew we were coming on here today, and I just wanted to let all my people, everyone in my, universe go ahead and, see how talented you were. And you absolutely captured the heartbeat of that Coachella experience that we were at. And, just by people that weren't there, they see that 1 minute highlight video and they're like, they know what's up now. They know what's up.
Mad bigger, man.
Bigger dropping fire.
No, I need. And then P.S. like Squirrel, your guys' video and lighting is amazing. You guys just look like David and Nick. I know that's Nick.
The Moscato's kicking in. The Moscato's kicking into him, bro. I need you guys to do another peanut butter jelly shot though before we head over to the after party. You guys have more?
I do.
Okay, so now that we're here, so what you're gonna do for those of you who at home as well, you're gonna pour a shot of some peanut butter screwball whiskey, and then you pour a shot. Then you pour a shot of grape juice. Then you're gonna go ahead. You're gonna hit that peanut butter. Then you chase it with the grape juice, and I swear to God, on my mama, that's
it really does. I mean, it's disgusting how much it tastes like a peanut butter jelly.
It tastes exactly like a peanut butter jelly sandwich. All right, so we're gonna do this shot in y'all's honor real quick. Then we're gonna do pod decks real quick, and then for 15 minutes,
head over to
or so, and then we're headed over
Clubhouse.
to Clubhouse.
Are they ready for this though?
Hey,
ready for
peanut butter jelly? Peanut butter jelly.
Peanut butter jelly.
Yeah, and for everybody listening, man, DJs or photographer or planners or whatever, if I've scared you, my bad. I'm sorry. I love this industry. I love what we've built as a community. And if I can tell you anything, this is specifically to DJs. Know your worth, guys. Know your worth. That's it. It's just like your worth.
Sorry, Gabe. Gabe, it might be over now, man. This guy is two-shot Louie over here.
I'm two-step Nick. They call me two-step Nick for a reason.
Yeah, I didn't.
Well, this is like right here too.
Well, you were working though at Coachella. You were like, I remember the footage you captured of when I was DJing. Like, I was in it. I don't know how many peanut butter jellies, but you were like you're working, man.
I remember Nick, and I think he took like one, maybe two with us, and his eyes were just like lit when we were like on number 7. Like, dude, you guys are motherfucking crazy.
Yeah, and then they're like, Mike, go.
I was freaking impressed.
All right, man. Let's jump into this pod decks. If you guys are new to the show and you've never seen our show before, one of our sponsors is Pod Decks. And by the way, if you're interested in getting pod deck, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're ever planning on doing a podcast yourself, if you're looking to have conversation starters and things like that, Pod Decks is amazing. And you can go to WBGpoddecks.com and find out more about it and how you can add that.
Look at Nick's smile.
I got some disgusting questions on here.
Yes.
All right. So are we going to be disgusting tonight?
I just want.
Yeah. So right now, and Mike, I hear you. I'm gonna let you step in here before we do this. So this Big Earn's already going to ask. This is a 2 screwball shot in, no holds barred. Yeah. If we get kicked off of YouTube and Facebook tonight, so be it. That's just the way the cards fell out. We're having fun tonight. Mike, go for it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I was gonna see Big Earn just hit it right there. Yeah. Someone get Mike a vodka and soda. Big Earn, can you please tell my wifey or my brother-in-law to go ahead and refill this bad boy in honor of my boys that lost this past weekend?
They lost bad too.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Is Big Earn in your home right now?
Yes.
Why is he not on the show
with you?
Big Earn, get upstairs.
Earn, why are you not on it, bro? We're going X-rated tonight.
Oh my God, get Big Earn on.
Yeah, all right. Here. Yeah, we got to get Big Earn up in here.
Okay, you ready?
Go.
You go first?
Yeah, like two.
All right, so here, hold on, real quick. So here's how it works. We're gonna ask the question of our guest, but we love it when you guys watching
just throw it in the comments.
Throw your answers in the comments. We're gonna throw your answers up to these questions in the comments, but we're gonna ask these to our guests. and we want you guys to participate, and we may answer to who knows. I don't know. Here we go.
First question. Zero chill on this question. What's the most sex that you've had in a day?
4 times.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a horn dog, man. If it could work a lot more, like I could bring my wife in here and she'll let you know that I want all day every day.
First of all, what deck are you using? I need to.
How
switch.
dare you?
I need to switch my deck because
look at this. Look at this. Get in here real quick. See, my house is opening up.
He's got the sunglasses on.
What's up? Keep it NC16 not to get kicked off. Man, all right, I got you, bro.
Yeah.
Well, we won't get kicked off, I don't think. So which deck are you in?
How dare you?
How dare you? All right, cool. Let me go to that one. All right.
Can we send bigger in the link?
What about you,
bigger.
Mike? Half
Here.
was the most?
2, man. 2.
Chris Nelson said 3. Chris Nelson said 3. That's respectable, man.
Dude.
And I said 4. I know. I remember that day too. That was in Miami.
There was a time in college
that day.
I did like half a day. Yeah, bro. DJ Chris knows what's up. 4.5 hours straight. Yeah, I would say something similar
he's
to
like
that.
one time, but for 4.5 hours straight. Like
that's after whiskey, though. You gotta have that whiskey.
Chris knows what's
Go
up.
forever.
Keep it coming. Let's go.
And we got to remember that our friends on Facebook are going to probably be about 15 or 20 seconds behind us here. So if their answers come in a little bit later, then we get that. All right, here's the next one for you guys. And tell the story if the answer is yes. Tell the story. Have you ever peed in the pool?
Oh, dude, yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
All the time.
hold on. Let me rephrase that. Have you ever peed in the pool as an adult?
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. So many faded
when you
swims. I'm
Yeah,
like,
when you're
oh,
Come on, give me a story then. Give me a story. You can't just say yes.
I'll give you the real story. So wintertime, right? I love, if you guys know me, I love cold dips in the pool or like in baths, showers. Like I love cold. So I jumped in, faded. Me and my friend, my boy Joseph. Bam, jump in, faded. Oh, it's so cold. I'm like, where's the restroom? It's inside the house. I don't want to get it all wet. Oh man, I gotta go pee, but I don't want to jump in the pool. I whipped it out. Bam. He's like, bro, it's my pool. It's like you ain't even using it. You know what I mean?
Wait. You like peed that way in the pool. You just didn't act like it didn't happen.
Oh yeah, no, I was shameless. I was like, I'm gonna pee in your pool. I peed in this pool.
I love it.
Hold on. Did you say you peed and pooped?
No, I peed in the pool.
Oh man.
He
Nah.
whipped it out and just went in the pool like if
Yeah,
it
I
was
just
going
went in the pool. Like I was on the deck and I was just like,
Oh my God.
I gotta hear Nick.
Mike Villa, what about you?
Oh man, it's it's I'm not ashamed to admit that when you're drinking and it's just like you only bigger and on fire, bro. Dude, we got to get bigger in this.
Yeah, I'm sending bigger in the link on Facebook right now.
Yeah, he's on fire tonight. He's on fire. He's here in Bakersfield with TSV, so he's unleashing the beast.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Ern, I just sent it to you. I just sent it to you on Facebook.
But yeah, like when you're drinking and then but see, then I'm kind of like when you're feeling good, but you got to be slick about it. You can't just like not get out the pool for like 4 hours because then motherfuckers gonna be like, bro, you ain't got out the pool. And I call people out too. And I when I call them out after I just pissed in the pool, then I'm like, hey, I ain't seen you get out the pool, bro.
Dude, Clyde put a comment up in here. Not in Coachella. I was there, Mike.
In Coachella, I got thrown in. Remember, I was like in the pool with my clothes on, and then I had on Instagram. I was like with Kevro. I was like smoking a cigar like at 3 a.m. I wake up the next day and I'm like, I gotta delete that.
Yeah, bro, man, that's my dude, man. I love that guy.
Yeah,
I love that guy.
That pool was warm though. It was nice.
That pool was like a bath. Our pool was like a bathtub, dude. That was
Yes.
it was super nice for
Yeah,
sure.
well,
When it's 115. Oh,
Yeah, I know.
I think I was doing some like old school Muhammad Ali.
you should have seen this dude in the pool, like shadow boxing, like in the corner.
Shadow boxing in the pool, man.
It's like, dude, what are you doing over
Dude,
there?
I was on another level, man.
That's
I'm
so
not even gonna lie to you guys. I was on another level when I was in Coachella, man.
No, I didn't pee at Coachella pool, man. I wasn't even really in the pool in Coachella.
In Coachella, I didn't pee in the pool, but when I did, I washed off all the chlorine and everything in that shower. I definitely peed in that shower, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was good.
You got a question, dude?
You go, man.
I got another one.
I'm all over the place over here.
That
What's
peanut
the
butter.
most embarrassing thing that your parents have caught you doing?
I would say
Most
still in the car,
embarrassing thing.
like sneaking out the house, taking the car.
Okay.
So
Gabriel?
most embarrassing thing. I don't think they ever caught me smashing, but okay. So back in the day, I was
But that's not embarrassing though. Oh my goodness, thank you.
bro, yeah, nah, like my grandma walking in and me like, nah, it's not gonna happen. But no, I think like most embarrassing is just like
Big face.
what they catch me? Oh no, they did. Okay, so back in the day, right? Parents' house, in my garage, I was fondling with my mouth area a woman's another girl's boobies. I guess
Right.
try to keep it PG. Yeah. And I was
Can't get up in this thing.
Yeah, I was so in trouble after that, man. I think I was like 16 or something.
Oh, here, look, come here.
Yeah.
Come here. Thank you. Look, there you go. You see it?
You guys getting drinks delivered to you and all that stuff, man. We don't have no drink service over here. That's not fair.
Damn,
He
we
texted
saw
me.
the mastermind tonight. We saw the mastermind. So damn, I gotta be cool. And an after party here.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Hold on. Okay, here we got time for one more. What's that?
I
You
got an embarrassing moment. Yes, I got caught
We're gonna
watching.
do one more, and then we got to get out of here. So we can go over to Clubhouse. We might keep this going at Clubhouse. Who knows?
I got caught watching a soap opera by myself. I was watching one of my mom's soap operas. I was little, and I got that. I was like,
All My Children. What are we talking about?
Days of Our Lives.
Oh, I remember Days of Our
And
Lives.
you had the Macy's lingerie magazine open as well at the same time.
Well, no, those pages are welded shut already, so yeah, it didn't matter.
Too fun. All right, you know what? We're not even going to do any more pod decks because I forgot we got to do a giveaway. See, this is what happens when you guys start having me do shots and shit. All right. All right, real quick, like if you haven't done so yet, this is the last chance if you guys want to win one of our giveaways tonight. And then let's see here. Let me do this. Okay, this is it. Like literally, I'm giving you we got 4 minutes to get the hell out of here. So go to that QR code that's right above Mike Via's left shoulder, right shoulder, whatever. He's displaying it very nicely as we all point at it.
It's my van.
QR code. Put your name in. Or if you're a texter, just text the number scanning across the bottom of the screen, and that will qualify you to win. If you've already done it, you don't have to do it more than once. But let's get it in. Let's get it done. Tonight we are giving away what are we giving away? We're giving away a Request Now T-shirt to somebody.
And, the mastermind.
Gabriel, tell him like 30 seconds. Tell us about the mastermind and tell us about what you're giving away for one lucky winner tonight.
All right, so what we're giving away is we just started a DJ mastermind where we take a hands-on approach to your business. I give you everything you can ask me anything, me and Mike, anything. We're going to give you the tips and tricks and tools of the trade that got us from where we were to where we are. And what we're giving away is one Zoom call with us. So you're going to be in a group with the amazing DJs that are taking the course, and you're able to, experience what they experience. And then hopefully we blow your mind with the knowledge that we drop, that you want to sign up and be a part of the family. So we're going to give you one Zoom call with us and with the team where you guys can ask me and ask us anything, and we'll be as transparent as possible.
Boom, bang, bang. All right, we're gonna get this done before 9 o'clock so we can get over to Clubhouse. Once again, guys, if you're on Clubhouse, join us for the after party on Clubhouse, and we're gonna keep this thing going over there. So here we go. We're running the raffle right now. Should we show this? Can we show this?
You should be able to do a screen share.
Let me see here. Boom, boom.
Money.
Boom. Yeah, there we go. All right, so here we go. So you guys can see we're doing this fair. The first winner is Willie G. So, Willie G, you have won the Request Now T-shirt. Now, you got to be present to win, by the way. I already said that after we picked the winner. But if Willie G is not present, we'll still make sure we give him a T-shirt. But Willie G, please message us at Wedding Business Growth on Instagram. Message us at Wedding Business Growth on Instagram, and we'll get with our peeps over at Request Now, and we'll get your T-shirt over there for you. Willie G. Shout out. If you're still here, Willie G, drop a comment so we know you're still here. All right. Now we're going to give away the mastermind.
Yep.
The mastermind.
They have to be present.
You have to be present here. You have to be present here. And we got to hurry up. Shit, we got 1 minute. We got to hurry up.
Let's go.
To be present to win.
Let's go.
Let's see who it is. Chris Nelson. Chris
present.
Nelson. I know he's here. He was here earlier.
Yep.
Chris Nelson, you still here? Chris Nelson. Are you still here?
DM me, Chris.
Nelson, are you still here? Please tell me you haven't left. Comment, Chris Nelson. Come on, man. Please tell me.
15 seconds on Facebook. 15-second delay.
Come on. No, he was commenting on YouTube. Chris Nelson, are you here still? Put a comment so we know you're still here. We're gonna move on. Come on, Chris Nelson. I don't want you to miss out on this, man. Come
15
on.
seconds.
Chris
He was
Nelson.
just here 4 minutes ago. So
I know he was literally just here. Chris Nelson. Chris Nelson going once.
5.
Chris. Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Yes, I see it.
There it is.
Chris Nelson. He is here. All right,
Congrats, brother.
Chris Nelson. So we're going to connect. Gabriel, can you give Chris Nelson your do you know Chris, Gabriel?
I don't think I do.
Okay.
But you're going to get to know me, man. Gabriel Garzaro. So my name right here on the thing, but just an underscore at on Instagram.
have them reach out to the Master of the Levels Instagram.
Oh yeah.
That
Also at Master the Levels Instagram on Instagram. Just reach out to either myself, Mike. We'll set you up with the time to call. We'll get you all squared away, man, and hopefully we can help you. Just even if it's for that day, man. Just take your business to the next level, brother. I want everybody to succeed.
I love it. Hey, thank you guys for joining us. We got to wrap it up. Mike, Gabriel, Big Earn, thank everybody. Luke earlier was on with us. And thank you also our buddy Matt from Request Now for jumping on with us earlier and sharing about Request Now. Join us next week. We're going to have another fun guest with you guys. We're going to have another great show next week. Join us next week. But if you're on Clubhouse, go to Clubhouse right now. Go to Clubhouse right now. We're doing the after party at Clubhouse. Jump on your phone. Go to Clubhouse. If you're not on Clubhouse, find somebody who is. Tell them to invite you over to Clubhouse so you can join us for the after show. We're headed there right now.
Let's connect.
We'll see you all in a minute.